Good morning, good evening from Bangladesh. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on behavioral economics in MEL. It's Alamgir Hossain, Deputy Coordinator, Monitoring Evaluation Learning, TAB, and founder of Digital MEL Hub Bangladesh. It's my great pleasure that all the emerging M&E professionals of national and international level have joined today. Now it's time to hear from our guest speaker, Nozul Bhai, Chairman Circle Estate Limited. He's totally mill professional guys from beginner to top level position holder of mill. I'm requesting to Nozul Bhai for welcome speech. Over to you. Nozul Bhai, you are unmuted. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Alamgir. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Please accept which one is acceptable to you. I welcome you all to this webinar on behavioral economics in MEL. At the same time, I would like to thank Mr. Iqbal Ahmed for selecting such an impressive topic for this webinar. I think this is the demand of the time, especially for more impressive role to play by the mill professional. Behavioral economics in mill brings a fresh perspective by challenging the traditional assumption that individual and organization always act rationally in making decisions. Instead, it recognizes that various psychological factors such as cognitive bias, emotion, and social influence significantly shape decision-making process. So, MEL has to move more forward covering all these aspects, and that is behavioral economics in MEL. In the context of MEL, this understanding can transform how programs are designed, monitored, and evaluated. For example, when evaluating the effectiveness of a program, behavioral economics suggests looking beyond the quantitative data to understand the underlying motivation and barrier that participants face. It helps MEL practitioners anticipate and address potential gaps between intended and actual behavior, such as why people might not adopt a beneficial practice even when they are aware of its advantages. Behavioral insight can be used to design interventions that are more likely to succeed by aligning them with how people naturally think and behave. For instance, small changes in the way choices are presented can encourage better decision-making without restricting opinions. Similarly, understanding social norms that the power of peer influence can help in crafting messages that resonate more deeply with targeted audiences. So, by incorporating behavioral economics into MEL, program can be more adaptive, responsive, and ultimately more effective in achieving their desired outcomes. This approach also allows for more meaningful learning by providing insight into why certain intervention works or fail. So I think you will learn more about this topic from the current presentation. I again thank you all for participating this webinar and enjoy it. And I hope Mr. Iqbal will give you very good insight about this topic. And thank you all.
Thank you again, Nazil Bhai, for giving your valuable time to enrich our knowledge. Honorable M&E professional, it's especially great momentous to have Mr. Iqbal Ahmed as a speaker today. I honored and grateful to him that he gives his valuable time for us from his very busy schedule. Mr. Iqbal Ahmed has an enormous expert in mail and communication. He worked with Plan International, Water Aid, Land Work, Land Lakes, ACDI Bhoka in different prestigious positions. As a mail professional, he has over 18 years of experience as totally mail professional. Currently, Mr. Iqbal Ahmed is working as Director, Monitoring, Evaluation, Learning and Communication with ABT Global Bangladesh for the project of Bangladesh Nutrition Activity. I have a small announcement. Please click the links either Facebook, LinkedIn, or WhatsApp given in a chat box to be connected with Digital Meetup if you are not connected. Before leaving, I request again all of you, please remain unmute during session and you will get open discussion feedback at the end of the session for 20 to 30 minutes. So keep question and suggestion at your mind. I am requesting to Mr. Iqbal Ahmed to start today's session on behavioral economics in MEL. Over to you, Iqbal bhai.
Thank you, Alamgir Bhai and Nazrul Bhai. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, okay. No problem.
Okay. So, okay. Let us start it then. Thank you, Nazrul Bhai. You covered you covered the main introduction of this webinar. So I'm going to skip that. So I want to welcome to all to today's webinar. And I'm excited to share how behavioral economics, the insights from behavioral economics can help us to design, monitor, and evaluate programs more effectively. So we will be focusing on examples, mainly on the hygiene practices and healthier uh, eating habits during my slides. And you'll see mainly 3 sessions of our slides of my presentation. One is first we will discuss about the fundamentals of behavioral economics. Then how can we apply those behavioral economics to monitoring, evolution, and learning. And finally, we will discuss about a few behavioral economics tools. So, this presentation is going to be the basic behavioral economics in MEL. So this is not advanced level discussion, because within an hour or two we cannot go for very deep. But if you have any questions at the end of the presentation, we will be happy to answer you. So first, we want to discuss fundamentals of behavior economics in MEL. So here, behavioral economics combines insights from psychology and economics to help us understand how people make their decisions. In traditional economics assumes that people always act rationally, meaning they make decisions in their best interest, um, based on their motivation, opportunity, and ability. But behavioral economics challenges this by recognizing that people's decisions are often influenced by their emotions, habits, and their social environment. For, for example, let's think about a project aimed at improving hygiene practices in a community, especially promoting regular hand washing. The traditional economics might suggest that simply providing information about the benefits of hand washing should be enough to change their behavior. However, we often find that people don't always follow through, even when they know it's the right thing to do. This is where behavioral economics comes in. It helps us to understand why people might not wash their hands regularly, even when they know it prevents illness. So we will, in other sense, we will play with both the balls. Why people are washing their hands and why people are not washing their hands. Maybe they find it inconvenient, or they don't see others doing it, or perhaps they don't think it's necessary unless their hands look dirty. So in this context, understanding those behavioral insights help us to design more effective intervention, monitor the changes in their behaviors, and evaluate the impact of this program. So, by acknowledging that people don't always act rationally, we can create our strategies that actually work in the real world. So, to make that changes, uh, we must need to acknowledge what is going on in the real world. So, going forward, we will need these four terminologies. So these are the key when we will discuss. So I'm going to discuss these four terms first. Here, the first one is nudges. We know that a nudge is a push or 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 a small change um, that makes uh, people to make better decisions without restricting their freedom. For example, in this hygiene project, we could place hand washing station in high traffic areas, like near the entrance of a community center or school. By making the hand washing stations more visible and convenient, we are nudging, we are pushing people. You need to wash your hands more often. Similarly, in a project where we focus nutrition, we can also say that if you want people to buy vegetables and fruits, then please try to keep them at their eye level in the markets. If you keep vegetables and fruits at their eye level, then people may choose those healthier foods. So these are the nudges, the push. Then the second term is loss aversion. you know uh, um, we generally share that, okay, if you adopt one improved technology. For example, if you use improved seed, then you will have more production. But you know people are more motivated by the fear of losing something than the prospect of gaining something. For example, instead of just telling people that, if we go to our previous example, that eating more or fresh vegetables will make you healthier, we can emphasize that not eating vegetables could lead to health problems such as weaker immune system or blah blah abcd. So this approach leverages you know their fear of losing good health, which might be more effective in encouraging them to eat um, safe diet or healthier diet or balanced diet. So this is something loss aversion. So currently, as we only talk about what we can gain, rather than that, we also need to think or share what people can lose. So if I come to the third concept, this is social norms. Here, people's behaviors are heavily influenced by what they see others doing. If hand washing becomes a practice in a community, others people likely to follow that. We could use this insight to promote hand washing by highlighting that everyone is doing it. We can use that to posters or local campaigns, or the older or elderly community members, who can say that, yes, I wash my hands because of this thing. And so, this type of social norm around hygiene practice can help people to continue their behavior. So we must need to consider local context when we design something, or when we try to achieve something. Then the final point is the biasness. This present bias is to the tendency to prioritize immediate rewards over long-term benefits. That is the people's normal way of doing things. Uh, this is people might skip washing their hands, use unhealthy foods, because the immediate pleasure, convenience um, is can be something else. I may not understand that I bought an egg